Roll down the window.
Hey, son, what they doing?
Angela? What they doing together?
Hey, I'm sorry, son. You gotta find out this way, son.
What you mean find out this way?
Get the phone out.
No, man, no. They need to see this. They need to see what kind of trifling person you are.
Son, get that phone
No,
out.
man, you too.
Man,
Get
look,
the-
You raised me.
cause it ain't you.
What you mean it ain't me?
Son,
What I do,
get out
huh?
my
What I do? God, what I do?
Get home, son. Go home.
Huh?
Go home.
I'm sorry, you
Oh,
gotta
it's like
find out
that.
this
No,
way.
man.
Hey,
Get out the car.
Don't
Get out
open
the
my
car,
door,
huh?
boy.
Get
Don't
out the
open
car.
my door.
Get out the car.
I'm a real man, son.
Oh, she need a,
And you need to see
she need a
for
real
yourself
man.
what a
Oh,
real
so that's
man
like that, Angela. Look at her. Look at her.
Boy, that's a horrible father right there. She's foolish, but that's a horrible man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would drive by on the highway beside him and throw a couple of pennies at his face if he had his window open. I'd do it, father or not.
Roll.
Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Kapaya Yash. Well, you just saw this video where the states caught his girlfriend and dad cheating on Easter Sunday. And it's so many violations on this. Easter Sunday is one of them, celebrating Esau, Edom, or so-called white Jesus, you know. And, you know, the father was being disrespectful, telling his son that, you know, you got to be a man, you know, pretty much, you know, belittling him, telling him that he's not man enough for this woman. So he felt that he should step up to the plate and deal with the woman. The woman, his now ex-girlfriend, which I believe so, I hope so, but you know, there's so many weak men out here that would take their woman back behind a situation like this. And once you mess with any of my brothers or my father or uncles or whatever, best friend, it's a wrap. You might as well just go ahead and stay with them. And, you know, both of these people, his ex-girlfriend and his father, committed adultery that is permissible by death. And the reason why people are so openly doing this with no issue, because they don't fully have the laws and commandments in their mind, and they don't take the judgment that seriously. You know, when you do something like that, you know, right after you get through dealing with her, you know, you're going to feel some kind of way. It's nothing to be happy behind, you know, sneaking around with another man, woman, thinking nobody's seen you, that you ain't going to get caught. Hell, the Heavenly Father, he can send a vengeful angel to take you up out of here, you know. And if you in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're not going to step forth to your son, girlfriend, or any other man's woman that doesn't belong to you. Because you're going to have the fear of the Lord, you know, because you know the judgment behind this. It's not going to go right, you know, with you, you know. Let's go to Leviticus. What is it? Salakia. 10 and I think it's, hold on, bear with me. Says here, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife. Now, it was his son, but his son is still considered a man. That's his woman, so he's dealing with his woman, another man's wife. Even he that commit adultery with his neighbor wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So, you know, if you you know, you read this Leviticus on down, it goes into other situations also. And, you know, that's just plumb wickedness, you know, to even do your own son like that. You know, let's go to, what is it, Leviticus, Salakia, I think it's 18 and 15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. That was his son woman. And if they, you know, in this society, what society, you know, if they had got married, you know, she would have been his daughter-in-law, you know. But we all know that sex is marriage, so she was his daughter-in-law because the woman belonged to that man's son before the father grabbed hold to her. And you know, she didn't, you know, this woman here, you know, she was for it. She was with it. She didn't scream out. She didn't fight him. She didn't tell him, you know, that you know, he got me hostage, or, you know, whatever. No. She accepted his father's hand in whatever it was, sex, money, whatever it was, she accepted it. So they both gonna be punished. Let me read Leviticus 18 and 15 again. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. So, you know, the father, you know, he just a wicked demon for doing something like that. You know, you don't even, your son is your right hand. You know, he's your power. You know, most fathers, if you raise your son up, you know, righteously, you know, when you get of age, you know, most sons are going to respect and love and take care of their father. You know, just like myself, not trying to pat myself on my back, you know, but I took care of my father all the way up to death. He died in my house, you know, and I was the only family member in the room, right along with one of those hospice nurse, you know. But you know, I with my father all the way to the end, you know. But this young man that's going through this here, you know, the best thing that I can tell him, still honor your father, you know, don't retaliate, you know. As the Bible said, turn the other cheek. You know, you know, I know you're upset, but you know, you have to let the Heavenly Father take care of this. The Heavenly Father said, "Let me be your vengeance." You know, and you go on, you know, with the life that I have given you. You know, if you know, if he in the truth, which I don't know, but you know, if any of you brothers listening, you know, you're new to the truth or you're already in the truth, and something like this happened to you, don't do harm. Bodily harm to your father. Let the good Lord take care of him, because he's still your father. You still got to honor him, you know. And you know, because there was just, you know, there was something very wicked that the dad did. The dad didn't have no respect for his son, you know. And the woman, see, if too many of our women, you know, that you know, believe that they have the liberty to do whatever the hell they want, you know. But when you tell them, you know, that you cannot be jumping around from man to man, it's an issue. They always want to say, well, you have as a man, you have a high body count. You know, you can deal with a lot of women. Why can't I? Because it's not meant for you. You are not, the Heavenly Father didn't create you to be tossed around, you know, like a tissue paper, like a used up tissue paper. You know, after a while, ain't nobody gonna want you. They're just gonna, you know, look at you in disgust, or, you know, they just gonna, you know, do, you know, have their way with you, and then you on to the next man. Instead of you dealing with one man and that's it. Deal with him until he die. You know, it tell you that in Romans 7:1. I'm going to start at 2. For the woman which has an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So she can't go out and be with her boyfriend, or I ain't gonna say boyfriend because they, you know, sex is marriage. She can't leave her husband to get with her father-in-law. And she did it. And she will be judged in a cruel way. Both of them. Says in 3, so then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, and she step out and deal with a guy down the street, or better yet, she dealt with her husband's father, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, so that she is no adulteress. Now she be married to another man. So that's the only avenue you got from going to man. You know, you have to stay with that man. You know, if it's 10 years and good Lord take him home, then, you know, your 10 years with your husband is over. Now you can go to the next. But you cannot, as they say, ride that carousel of arrows. I'm gonna say it like that. Would be PG-13. You can't ride that carousel of arrows, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just end it right there. It was just a little, you know, quick little lesson for, you know, a lot of brothers and sisters that might be dealing in a situation like that. I'm just letting you know, death is around the corner. You know, you can't let this woman, you know, she got the best hot pocket that you ever had. You know, she's going to bring you to hell, and hell is the grave. You know, she's going to put you in the early grave, you know, and you don't want to be in the hands of the Heavenly Father when he got your number. You know, it's a fearful thing to be in the hand of the Lord. Hebrews 10:31. You know, because you have these women, they will, you know, drag you all the way, all the way to hell. You know, spending all your money, knowing that your money you need for your rent, your bills, you know, your food, you know, and dealing with a woman, you know, that don't give a damn. She want to jump from man to man, you know, and most women, if you ain't got that money, they ain't gonna deal with you, you know. And this man that you see in this,
Roll down the window.
in this video, you know.
Hey, son, what the
Angela? What they doing together?
Hey, I'm sorry, son.
You know, looks can be deceiving, you know, because you know how we are when we was in the world, how we went to church, we dressed up. You know, we dressed up sharp, you know, and didn't have a dime, you know, in the bank, and didn't have a dime under the mattress. But, hey, you know, this young girl here, you know, she was, you know, she fell in love with an older man, which is her boyfriend, father. And it could be for any other reason, you know, but I'm just thinking it could be finance. But good that he found out now. It's said that it had to be like this, but the father and the ex-girlfriend, you know, now the Heavenly Father got judgment on both of them, you know. So I'm going to end it right there. See you on the next lesson. Shalom.